Hey look, the PlayStation Drive is starting. While you wait, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon on YouTube to be notified of future goodness. If you enjoy our show, we'd love it if you gave us a 5-star review or rating on your podcast service of choice. To continue the conversation, join the Carpool Gaming Discord, where you can find a wholesome community to have a chit-chat with. For some exclusive content, you can also support us on Patreon. And finally, don't forget to check out the Carpool Gaming website for an awesome range of merch. Links to all that and more are in the show notes, but without further ado, let's get revved up for the PlayStation Drive. Whoa.
What's up, everybody? Welcome on in. This is the PlayStation Drive episode 185. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands, but we're just going to roll with it. I am one of your hosts, Ryan, and I'm joined, as always, by Fuya, Matt, and Ron. How is everyone doing on this lovely, lovely Chunday evening or Chon Day morning?
Doing good.
Doing good? Yeah? Time change didn't wreck us all?
No, it's all right.
It did. No, yeah. Ron. Losing an hour of sleep? Come on. That's horrible.
Why you go, that's why you go to sleep an hour early, Matt.
Who does that? No, I'm not losing 2 hours of sleep.
I mean,
that's how you do it.
I did that, actually.
Oh, I guess I'm the only irresponsible one on the PlayStation.
No, I'm old. I have to do that.
Get your 4 hours. Get your 4 hours of sleep either way, and it's fine.
4 hours? What is wrong with you? That's too little sleep, Ron.
It's fine. I can sleep when I'm dead.
Amanda thinks it's not fine.
If I don't
Amanda's
get my
upset.
8 hours,
she's upset.
I am in rough shape. I got to get my 8 hours.
Oh no, I've gotten so used to it. It ain't nothing. It's all right.
It's too little. It's too little, Ron. But although I heard, like, as you get older, like that you actually need like less and less sleep as you get older.
I believe
so like
it.
By the time you turn 60, you only really
true.
need like 5 hours of sleep to like function like a younger person on like 8 or 9 hours of sleep.
Well, see, this is good. If I'm getting 4.5 or 5 hours of sleep now, at 60-something, I could just do 2 hours. That'd be great.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Literally a nap. Literally a nap
That's
every
what I'm
day.
talking about. Yeah. More time for games and TV. Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Matt, we are neglecting an important topic because Riley King puts in the chat, GTA weather talk go. I mean, of course, here in Toronto, the greater Toronto area, as in the GTA, it's not enough that we're getting a Death Stranding concert coming to Toronto, but it's also warming up. It's like 5 degrees right now, 5 degrees Celsius. You know, it's been cold.
Still cold.
But it's getting warmer. It's getting warmer.
No, it's not. It is not too cold. No.
It's supposed to be like 12 degrees this week.
That's right. Barbecue season, baby. Let's go. Can't wait.
Barbecue season? What are you talking about?
You say this fully under literally last week. There were days where it was minus 15 outside.
Exactly. Riley King in the chat.
Please translate. Please translate these temperatures for me, please.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm Celsius as well.
You're on your own, Ron.
Sorry,
you're
dude.
the only one who
yeah, you're on your own, man.
I'm just going to sit there and just ignore this segment. Let me know when you're done.
Hey, the people like this segment. Riley King every week asks for this segment.
Riley is not the people. He is one person.
He is a hard-standing person in the community, also a fellow patron and a Twitch subscriber, okay? He doesn't lie.
That's fine. That's fine. But he's not the people.
Dude, there's been more than one.
He's important people. Riley King is important people.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not important.
Yeah, I mean, at least we haven't got a comment talking about it. Why we do this segment on Spotify? Like this week, we got a comment on the RPG Cave feed being like, "This show could have been 30 minutes long if you didn't talk about the weather or computer chips or Indian food." But that's just what the RPG Cave is, baby. You know, we got to talk about this other stuff before talking about Zelda 2 for 30 minutes. You know
how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, he must not listen to any of the Carpool shows.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Just wait until tonight's PlayStation Drive. That's right. We got so much to talk about.
The Nintendo Drive? Is that what you mean?
Pin it. We'll get there, Ron.
The Nintendo Drive with the all-wheel drive is what it is.
I don't think, Ron, we're going to talk about a single Nintendo game tonight. Not one.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Anyways, we could talk about Nintendo all day, Ron, but I keep hearing a knocking at my door. I keep hearing a housekeeping. So, of course, we have content over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Fees Pants episode is out right now. It came out this morning. You can go check it out. You go listen to Fee answer all of your random questions about stuff. So you can make sure to check that out over there. But then, friends, on Monday, aka tomorrow, or if you're listening on the audio feed, this was 2 days ago, I'm doing the next Patreon podcast for Patrons podcast. So my question posts will be out Monday morning. So if you have random questions for me, whether it's about the weather or Xenoblade or weird Leprechaun movies, feel free to leave them over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. After all, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. It's about almost time for the Leprechaun movie marathon to watch all the Leprechaun movies back to back to back. You go Leprechaun in the Hood, then Leprechaun Back to the Hood, It's a solid train of movies. Also, Fulia may be shaking her head at me, but the early access for the Mini Indie Van continues over on Patreon. Please make sure to give Fulia any new feedback, including about the second episode of the Mini Indie Van, which is out right now. You can go listen to it. So make sure to go listen to that episode with Fulia and Matt, this Matt person I keep hearing about. Make sure to go listen to that and let Fulia know what you think about that. Also, there's a new episode of Campfire that's coming out this week as well. And a certain someone on this panel might be on that episode. So make sure to actually check that out this week over on the Patreon as well. Well, without further ado, let's grab our 8 tracks, pop them in. It's time for the playlist. Time to talk about the games we played this week. Starting with Ron. What'd you play, man?
So, played some more Helldivers, then played some more Monster Hunter Wilds, but knocked out more story stuff so we could get to the high-ranking, real parts of Monster Hunter. The story still sucks.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Monster Hunter game. What do you expect from the story?
That story. But I'm getting there. I purposely delayed, playing the story stuff because I knew it was going to be cheeks. And I was just like, I'm not about to bother with that. So I actually didn't really play the game until today and a little bit of yesterday. So, I'll get through it. It'll be fine eventually. I did start Goodbye Volcano High. Okay. Very early into it. I think I've only finished chapter 2, but so far I'm enjoying that. It's pretty much like, Saved by the Bell with dinosaurs. But it's
Which
good
was kind
stuff,
of the
though.
pitch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff though. It's good stuff right now. Like I said, so far this is very good. It sounds weird, but it works.
Yeah.
And there's band stuff in it, Matt. It's not Scott Pilgrim style, but there's some Battle of the Band stuff going on. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Can you date
there we
anybody?
go.
Can you date the dinosaurs?
No,
They're
there's no. Well, as far as I know, there is no dinosaur dating as of yet. Now, the main character does have somebody who has a crush on them. They're sending secret texts.
Hey.
I think I have an idea of who it is, but we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes. And it's an indie game for you, so there you go.
Yes,
I'm
I
intrigued.
know.
Yeah. God, I can't. I remember them announcing this game forever ago at like the PlayStation showcase where they were announcing. I think this was at the showcase where they were announcing the first set of PlayStation 5 games is when they originally announced this game. Like it was a long time ago.
Oh, really?
This game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Damn.
Yeah. I remember because I remember it just took forever to come out because it kept getting delayed and delayed. But I'm excited that you're playing it, and hopefully at least the Saved by the Bell aspect is a little bit better than the Saved by the Bell aspect in Power Rangers, which hasn't really held up super well. Because people remember the Power Rangers part of Power Rangers, but they don't necessarily remember the part where the kids are in the high school and it's like Saved by the Bell, which is like
Yeah, I don't remember the school parts at all.
every episode. Yeah.
That's whatever. Yeah. It's not
Where they're all
bad.
hanging out at the juice bar. The juice bar in their high school, which is a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do remember the
I remember.
hangout portion, but yeah.
And they got
Yep.
Bulk and
Yeah.
Skull in there trying to mix up the action. Oh man, Power Rangers is a
I
is a
forgot all
show,
about
man.
that.
Yeah, nice man. Good selection of games, Ron. Monster Hunter Story hopefully gets better. We'll see. But,
Oh, we'll see.
yeah, Matt, how about you, man? What'd you play?
All right, friends. Welcome to PlayStation Drive's potato portion because I have some breaking news, friends. Myself, Fuya, and Ryan, we've all been playing on the potato, aka Nintendo Switch. So we're just carving out a little section of the PlayStation Drive to talk about Nintendo games, just a little part, just a little bit. And then, hey, we also have a co-host of the Nintendo Drive, Ron, so it all works out.
It's fine.
So,
it's fine. I'll talk about the GameCube all day. Let's go.
yes, excellent.
NES all the way up to the GameCube. I'll talk about it. Let's do it.
Exactly. Yes, I finally got to play Luigi's Mansion 2. I know everyone poo-poos on that game. I can see why, because if you played after 3, it is a inferior game. But you have to remember that Luigi's Mansion 2 came out a while ago. It's the second game in the series. So if you compare it after 3, yes, it is quite inferior. But when I look at it compared to 1, it is like not like a massive leap, but it's like a 1.5. Like it's a little bit better. But yes, it doesn't have all the fancy bells and whistles in 3. Like the level designs are a bit boring. The bosses aren't as intriguing as 3, but it's still fun. It's got that Nintendo magic. I love it. I love it, friends. And then Sean in the chat, what show is this? You already know what it is. It's PlayStation Drive.
It's the all-wheel drive.
Portion.
It's the all-wheel drive shot.
That's right.
I mean, it's Mario Day tomorrow. Of course, we're talking about
Well,
Mario
technically
games.
for me, it's already Mario Day.
That's what I mean.
See?
I didn't even know it was Mario Day. So see, yes, Sean is right. Sean is right to ask questions.
Now
here.
we know.
All-wheel drive. Let's do
That's
it.
right. That's right. Here we go. And then just a quick reminder that a while ago I did play Killer Frequency. We are meeting up for the Backtrackers next weekend, I think on the Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So join us if you played that game. But yes, I did blow off some dust off my PlayStation Portal so I could play some more God of War Ragnarok. Yes. I think I still haven't done any more main quests. I've just been doing a lot of side stuff. And there's this very, very deep one where I don't think it's a massive spoiler, where you have to free like this massive sea monster that Ron, what's the head's name again? The head that you carry around? Mimir?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mimir has like this history with this massive monster sea creature that you have to unfree. And surprisingly for a side quest, it's quite deep. So I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Just all handheld all this week. Didn't barely touched, the TV. Just all Nintendo Switch handheld, PlayStation Portal handheld. Just been really enjoying it. But that's what I've been playing, my friends. Fuya, what have you been playing?
Whoa, let's not rush through this. Let's not rush through this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's get the PlayStation fans involved. Wait until Xenoblade X comes out. I'm all over it.
Oh,
I get my chance to decide if I'm a Californian or Armenian. Let's go. Come on,
Yeah.
let's talk
Why do
about
I
this.
think I don't believe him? I
Of
do
course,
not believe him.
Riley King in the chat asking, Ron, what's your favorite Nintendo Switch game?
Xenobabes, man. Come on. What?
yes.
The Xenobabe movement
That's right.
is your favorite Nintendo Switch game?
Yes. I even have my Xenobabe shirt on right now. Let's go.
Really?
Yes.
I would like for you to stand up for a second to prove to us.
What?
that, in fact,
You're not coming through clear. What?
you do realize I have the ability to bang you to the Shadow Realm, Ron.
No. He's the co-host of Nintendo Drive, and he's the co-king of the Xenobabes, alongside Cwagmire. We know this.
Hey,
Everyone knows
it's
this.
all right.
That's right.
It's okay.
Co-king. All right? That's right.
Ron's apparently seen the light, according to
Yes,
Ant.
Ant.
so-
I finally have. Let's Pokemon Za.
Yes.
Let's go.
The what?
Pokemon Za. Are you not aware of Pokemon Za? It's
Yeah,
like-
you don't know about the greatest Pokemon game of
I
all
don't-
time? Come on, man. What?
I don't play Pokemon games. I actually don't know what that is.
Oh, the
Shameful.
next the Pokemon Legend ZA, but we always refer to it as Pokemon Legend Za because it's like
right.
pizza.
Like pizza?
That's right.
Yeah.
Pokemon
Yeah.
Za. It's going to run at 25 frames per second. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Let's go.
It'll be
Which
fine.
potato? Oh god.
Y'all made Fulia take
Okay.
her headphones off. It's too
Fulia,
much.
come back, please.
Please
Come back.
save us, Fulia.
Yarden wants you to talk about the GameCube. Do it right now. Talk about the GameCube.
Sponsored by Miyamoto. Let's do this.
Yes.
Goodness.
Go ahead.
Anyways,
I talk about what I played.
please, Fulia, save us.
So I'm going to start off with the fact that I've been playing more of Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island. I am almost finished with it. I am almost at the end. I think I'm pretty close to rolling credits on it. I've just got a couple more things to collect in the game and then I'm done. And that game has been such a, it's been such a chill time, and I've been really enjoying it, being able to just sit on the couch and just turn my brain off and just enjoy running around an island and, doing stuff on the island. So that's been really good. I'm also playing Wonder Stop, and that's all I can say.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. All right.
Exciting.
I know of it. I know of it.
Yes, it is currently embargoed for me to mention anything else, but
But one day
will
we'll be able
have-
to talk about it.
yes, I hopefully will be able to talk about it next week, as this game actually does come out on the 11th of March, so not too far away, and I will have some video content on it on my channel. So if you want to check it out, you can go over there when that comes out. So yeah, this point, that's all I can say. I'm playing Wonder Stop, and on the weekend after the Xbox Drive had finished, a lot of us, including Ryan,
That's me.
jumped
That's my
in
name.
and played some Fall Guys with the community, and it was so much fun. There was probably about like a dozen of us in the Discord voice chat.
It was.
Just-
We were playing custom games. And of course, we learned an important fact, Fulia, which was hug the koala for good luck.
Don't hug the koala.
Especially
Oh,
when there's a
really?
giant pillar heading towards her.
Everybody
Oh.
was trying to grab hold of me, and then I was like, let go. I want to go.
Is there a video of this?
No, unfortunately, there isn't.
No, we
It
were just
wasn't
playing in the
streamed or
Discord.
anything. It was in the Discord.
Use your imagination, bro.
Oh.
Just use your imagination. It's all good.
Oh my
Missed
goodness! But
opportunities, Matt.
it was a lot of fun. I had a blast. We were all just giggling and laughing our heads off, and yeah, it was such a cool time.
We also learned that Riley King is way too good at Fall Guys.
Yeah, he won pretty much
going for the
almost
platinum.
every round.
Yeah. Of course he's good. He's going for the platinum. Of course
He
he's
won.
good.
Oh, he won like 80% of the games.
Pretty much.
As expected.
Yeah, so we played that all together, and hopefully more community games, because it's so much fun just being able to hang out with everybody and just play games. And this is my little portion of the Nintendo side of things.
Yes.
I finally jumped into Bowser's Fury for the first time.
Don't you mean Bowser's Fury?
Bowser's Fury, yeah. Well, that's how I pronounce it. Bowser's Fury.
No, I mean like Bowser, like
Not
the
Bowser.
Xbox drives Bowser.
Bowser?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's her Fury.
Yeah, that's how I say it. Bowser. It's Bowser's Fury.
Yeah.
It's the first time I'm playing it since its release. I never got around to playing it, but I'm glad, finally I got to jump into it and just have fun and just run around. And all it is pretty much like a collectathon. You're going around collecting all the cat shines and the cat shine shards to make up a cat shine. And yeah, it's essentially what a lot of people have been dubbing it as. What is it? The Mario Sunshine 2.0?
Yeah, something like that.
Pretty much.
What? I have not heard anyone say that. That is
Some people are
slanderous.
saying it.
A lot of
It's
people
Bowser's
say it's
essentially-
really
That's
good.
slander.
But it's good.
It's actually good, unlike Mario Sunshine. It's
Yeah,
slander
exactly.
compared to that.
You're not wrong.
Come on. Yeah, come on.
I'm
Yeah.
enjoying Bowser's Fury more than I did when I played Super Mario Sunshine. So-
I mean, even Riley King is saying not.
Just
no
when
one's-
Miyamoto was about to be proud. Oh my gosh.
but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing. That's pretty much
Nice.
it.
Good
Whoa,
stuff.
whoa. Hold on. Let's
Uh-oh,
not
here we
rush
go.
this tiny portion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's
No,
Xenoblade at?
it's
Where's
fine. That's
Xenoblade
all
at?
it needed.
right.
It's all
Hold
it needed.
on. There's a question in the chat. Riley King wants to know: are you currently giving it a 3.5? Bowser's
I am
Fury?
not answering that
People wanna know.
question. I
She's
am
not even
going.
done yet.
I'm
Why are-
ignoring it. Let's move
Oh,
on.
that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Koala. Let that fury loose. No comment.
Koala's Fury.
She's not even
Koala's
close to
Fury.
finishing yet. There's no rating it yet. We'll talk
No
about that
comment.
next week.
Nice.
All right. We'll come back to it.
Well, we can we not?
We will. I'll ask.
It'll be
We
back.
will. Oh yeah.
Squash you down into the ether, Matt.
Oh.
Bowser's
don't-
Fury
don't do that
is
to Matt.
one of the goats. It's one of the goats. It's a fantastic Mario platformer. I'm curious to see.
One of the goats. Are we talking about like Nintendo wise? And even then, it's still not gonna
Nintendo
come
wise.
close.
Nintendo wise.
No,
Nintendo
stop
wise.
that.
It's
No way.
open world. Have you done a boss fight yet, Fulia? Have you fought Bowser yet? In that
Yeah, I've fought
section?
him a few times.
Isn't it pretty fun? Yeah, we'll talk. We'll pin it. We'll save it for later.
With Super Saiyan Mario, Cat Mario, yeah.
Yes, that is epic and legendary. Come on, that's pretty cool stuff.
That's all I'm
You're
saying.
shaking your head,
Let's
Ron.
just-
Come on.
Ryan,
I was
please
watching
Mario.
divulge.
I was watching.
What
I was
have
not
you
that
been
impressed.
playing?
I don't know. I'm gonna letting Ron have his time for a second here, but
I'm already done.
Sorry.
yeah. All right, moving on. I played so much PlayStation, y'all, this week. Let me tell you what, it's gonna make your head spins. First of all, I finished playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, which I talked about on last week's show. I was like kind of bored with it and thinking about quitting it, and but I pushed myself to the end. I saw the end of the game. I wanted to try and beat this game because honestly, it'd been a long time since I'd played like a mainline, old school style Pokemon game. So I wanted to at least see it through to the end, even though I wasn't. There were parts definitely where I very much contemplated turning it off, and I thought it was okay. I thought, some of the battles toward the end were fun. The legendary Pokemon was pretty cool. I liked collecting a lot of the Pokemon, but it was just overall just an okay game. This was definitely a 3 out of 5 over on Backlogged for me. It was fine. Not good, not bad, kind of in the middle there. And I also played a lot of Final Fantasy 14, but y'all don't need me to talk about that some more. That was, by the way, that was on PlayStation. So you're welcome. I played a lot on PlayStation this week, just Final Fantasy 14 in particular. I also played Fall Guys on Xbox. So again, I'm just doing the trifecta. I played all 3 consoles this week because that's
Sean,
where my account.
Just make it the all-wheel drive,
technically, I
please.
did too.
I mean, that's where my account was for Fall Guys, and I didn't because it was
get it
locked to
over
my PlayStation ID,
Just get
so
over
I had to
it.
do it.
Call it the all-wheel drive and let's just do it.
But then, Ron, I'll have you know that the game I'm currently playing is on Switch, but it didn't have to be that way because I, on Friday, decided to do a surprise tournament bracket out of nowhere because I was like, okay, now that I've done Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, I don't really know where to go next. I have a bunch of different choices of games that I could play next. So I wanted to put it to the carpool gaming community and to have them select what game was next. And the community chose Super Mario 3D World plus
Of
Bowser's
course they
Fury.
did. It's a
what was
Nintendo-centric
choice.
community. Of course they chose a Nintendo. Why?
It was close.
It's a good game. It's a
Sonic
good game.
Advance had a real shot, Ron. Of
Oh, yes. So the GOAT.
Sonic Advance. Oh boy.
yeah. We got pretty
Real
close.
competition there. Oh,
Starfield also was pretty close.
yeah. Real competition there. Oh,
And of course, the final one in the top 4 was Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D, which lost very impressively to Mario 3D World. So
Ron is so close to quitting.
this sounds like the worst bracket ever.
hey, I had a lot of other great choices in there, though. I had Fantasian in there. I had Fate Stay Night Remastered. I had a lot of cool games.
Fantasia sounds good. Fate State.
Yeah. I love the Fate series, Ron, okay?
I
I'm
know.
a sucker for
I
that.
know.
Yeah. So that's why I did that. Which, by the way, Star says that she missed the latest tournament bracket. We have a VOD of it, by the way, over on the Twitch page. If y'all
There you go,
would
Star.
wanna go
So
check it
you
out.
can check it out.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah. So that it just lives in perpetuity over there. So that's the community shows. So what I'm doing, I played 3D World on the Wii U. So this is actually a replay for me. I'm playing through 3D World first for the first time since Wii U. And then I'm going to play through Bowser's Fury. And of course, I'm enjoying 3D World. 3D World is an awesome game. I loved it on the Wii U. It was honestly one of my favorite games on the console. It's up there with Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is another game I really enjoyed on Wii U. So I really, really enjoyed that game, and I really like playing it now. I think it's still pretty awesome. I'm like 4 worlds in, so I'm like halfway through the game, and having a great time with it once again. And I'm excited to play Bowser's Fury when I eventually get to that portion of the game. And what better way, of course, to celebrate Mario Day than, of course, to play Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. But anyways, friends, that is going to transition us into our topic of the week. So, in honor of a different holiday, not Mario Day, a completely different holiday, International Women's Day was this week. And we wanted to celebrate by talking about our favorite leading ladies in video games. Just favorite women in video games is what we're going with here. So we're going to go around the horn. We're going to talk about some of our favorite women video games. They don't necessarily have to be from PlayStation franchises, although this is a PlayStation show, so we will probably lean in that direction a little bit, but we're kind of opening up the floor to talk about any of our favorite ladies in video games. So we're gonna go around, and Ron, as always, we're gonna start with you, my friend.
I'm
What's
going
some
to
of your
start
favorite women in video games?
with Chloe Fraser of Uncharted fame. Chloe, at first, you know her as just being the troublemaker in Uncharted 2, but in Lost Legacy, you actually get a chance to kind of dive into the character of Chloe. Chloe is great, besides the fact that she's badass, and she's also bae. She's deeper. She's a deeper character than you would think from what you saw earlier in the Uncharted series. So Chloe's gonna be my first pick. Chloe is just great. She's great.
Nice. It's a good pick. Good pick, Ron. Good pick. Maybe one day they'll do Lost Legacy too.
It would be great if they did.
One day.
Yeah, it would be
One
great.
day.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a better sequel than Golden Abyss 2. No one really wants that. But, yeah. Chloe's a good pick. Good pick. How about you, Matt? Let's move on. What's your first pick for this topic?
All right. Number one, this should be no surprise to friends of the show. It's gonna be Jill, aka Sandwich Valentine from Resident Evil. There's a lot of excellent female protagonists from the Resident Evil series, but Jill just her arc. Like when you meet her in Resident Evil 1, and it could be the way she was written. Like yes, she's the master of unlocking, but she doesn't seem to be seasoned yet under those circumstances, right? She kind of gets a lot of help from Barry, gets help from Chris. But it's fine. I mean, hey, I'd be dead in 10 seconds if I was in a mansion with zombies and dogs. All right, I'm not putting down Jill Valentine. All right, she held her own. But I'm just saying, like she has a great arc when you see her again in Resident Evil 3, especially like Resident Evil 3 remake. Yes, it's not the perfect game of it. And here, you know what I'm gonna do? One full experience. Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3 OG and remake. Looking at the one full experience by looking at both games, you can see her arc is phenomenal, right? She really comes into her own. She's saving people, right? Like she's carrying Carlos, in my opinion, right? And well, I'm not gonna spoil what happens to Brad, but she really holds her own, right? And she's just such a badass, especially with the way she holds her own against Nemesis. Friends, if you don't know this, Nemesis is like Mr. X, but on steroids, with a rocket launcher, for God's sakes.
Or a giant flamethrower?
Yes. And he's relentless. Like, it is unbelievable. But, when you play as Jill, again, in the OG and the remake, like, when you stand toe-to-toe and you beat him down, you either get more ammunition or specialized gun parts for better weapons. Like, it is so satisfying. And she has amazing lines, especially in the OG. Like, if you want stars, I'll give you stars. Like, it's just hits it in the right spot. And then, Capcom shows her love, right? We get to see Jill in her own game in Resident Evil Revelations. I know a lot of people like that one. It's not the best, but again, she's still carrying the story. And then you get to see her again in Resident Evil 5. Like,
Yeah.
She's phenomenal. I absolutely love Jill Valentine. Love it.
I want you to know, Matt, that in the other room, I have a autograph photo from the voice actress of Jill Valentine for Resident Evil 3, and she wrote in quotations on my autograph print, "If you want stars, I'll give you stars." And then she proceeded to draw a bunch of stars all over the photo as well. So that is. I also really love Jill. I think she's a great character, and I actually liked her in Resident Evil 3 as well. I know a lot of people don't love that game, and that's not a popular opinion, but I like her character in that game.
Really? Who doesn't? You mean wait? People that like the OG or the remake?
The remake.
Yeah. We've talked about it before, Ryan. Like, it's a short game, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not the most faithful of remake-ish, but if you look at it on its own, like, it's a lot of fun, right?
I mean, she's way better than Jill in the Resident Evil Apocalypse movie. Okay, like that version of Jill sucks. Okay.
Yes, I would agree with that. I would.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jill Valentine, she's phenomenal. Love her. We need her in more games, Ryan. Whenever Resident Evil 9, we need her.
Bring her back to Marvel vs. Capcom. Even we'll take that.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
All right, Fulia, who is your first entry into this round of favorite women in video games?
I am going to start off with Alex from Life is Strange: True Colors. She's just absolutely a cool person. She has, so much emotion, but her strength is in emotion and being very empathetic towards people. And, it's no wonder with the power that she gains in the game of empathy. And she's one of and the fact that, she has to go through so much to then feel all of that emotion but still be there for her friends, essentially, and be there for other community members in this town that she ends up going to. She's just a very strong person, and I love her for that,
Yeah, I think that's a great pick. I love how
Yeah.
she's a great character. But as for me, I'm gonna go with honestly one of my favorite video game characters of all time. One of my favorite video game protagonists. And no, it's not Samus, although I love Samus as well. She's probably my favorite.
Oh,
but,
I'm shocked. I thought it was going to be Samus. Okay.
No, I'm going to go with my other answer, which is more PlayStation adjacent. I'll have you know, Ron. It's Lara Croft from the Tomb Raider series. And I know a lot of people were first, when Lara Croft first burst on the scene, a lot of people were all about, her physical appearance. So that's why they were into her. Whereas I just saw just a true badass, somewhat like just from the opening cutscene of the first Tomb Raider game where she's taking on these wolves. She's got dual pistols. She's doing flips through the air and just, defending these Sherpas and this mountain. And then she's fighting dinosaurs. Lara Croft is just an amazing character with a lot of depth, especially that her story kind of explained and told over the later Tomb Raider games, like in the Tomb Raider, Survivor trilogy, the modern trilogy, or even the Tomb Raider Legend trilogy that we had, where you get to learn more about her. Like she's not just some spoiled rich girl who inherited her money from her parents that were explorers. Like she has a lot of depth to her character, and as you get to know her throughout the course of the Tomb Raider series, and I love Lara Croft. I think she's an incredibly written video game character. Yes, she doesn't have a ton of her story in her video games, at least until the newer series of Tomb Raider games. But I've always really appreciated her as a awesome female video game protagonist. So Lara Croft is definitely up there for me again. She's one of my favorite video game characters, period. And she deserves the spot at the top of my list here.
Nice pick.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Someone had to say it. It was on the thumbnail, But
Yeah.
Ron, hit us with number 2, man.
Gonna go with Jesse Faden from Control. Another badass character. Jesse has a slick sense of humor. She's quite sassy, but when the action starts, man, she gets in there. She's throwing furniture around. She's popping shots with the gun, or the gun that transforms into a shotgun, or a rocket launcher, or a sniper rifle, whichever you want it to be. Jesse is just great. She blends in so well into the story. Every time she runs into somebody, you never know what kind of conversation she's going to end up having. And she has this just crazy ability to make somebody just look like a clown. And it's like they don't even realize it at the time. It's just high grade cheese. Matt, I'm surprised that you have not played Control because you like your cheese. And this cheese is high grade. Good stuff in there for that story.
I was gonna ask Ron, I played it. Mm-hmm. I abandoned it. Do I need to go back? I abandoned it because the map. The map was very frustrating.
Okay, I can see that as a valid complaint. The map is probably the weakest part of that game. But despite that,
course through,
it's one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story's that good.
Wow.
So you might want to eventually come back around to it. But yeah, there was no way I was going to make a list and not mention Jesse. Jesse is great.
Nice.
You're tempting me. Is it spoopy? Are there spoopy elements?
You know what? It has some spooky elements in there. It does. Yeah.
It's definitely like a horror adjacent game.
Yeah.
I would say.
It's not straight on like horror where you're gonna, scream across the house or anything, but it's got some spoopy moments in there for you.
Yeah.
So there's spoopiness, there's ham and cheese. I know the gunplay is phenomenal. I remember that very well.
Yeah.
How's the story? Is it coherent?
The story is great to me. Yeah, I find the story to be great.
Oh.
I find the story to be great. And my main man, Quag, friend of the community, he's playing through it and he's really enjoying it. So just putting that out there.
And he also likes Xenoblade, and you like Xenoblade, Matt. So I feel like that's a ringing endorsement, right?
That's right. And I like Xenoblade too. So come on.
That's right. Yeah.
Come on.
All right, sold. That's right. Ron and I
Let's do
love
it.
the exact same games. Exact
Yes,
same ones.
yes.
That's right.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Resident Evil 9, where you
That's
at?
right.
Come on.
That's right.
To be fair,
I'll
where the
think
heck
about
is
it.
Resident Evil 9?
Think about it. Like, I really enjoyed it, and it could have just been like bad timing because whatever's in my backlog. But I just remember being lost for like half an hour, and I was like, "Yo, this is infuriating." And it's just everything looks the same, right? It's just an empty office building. Everything looks the same,
After
right?
a while,
I don't know if it's like one of those.
after a while, you'll
You
get
memorize
used
the
to
map.
it. But that map is the weakest part of that game. It is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna try to sit there and sell
Not
that.
helpful. It's not helpful, but you know what? There's a lot of positives that you're selling. So
Yeah, man. Everything
I
else
can't
about it
remember
is
if
great.
I can't remember if I own it digitally too. So I might even just be able to re-download. I'll take a look. Because
Okay.
I know that you and Ryan have really pushed that I should either play Alan Wake 2 or watch 1 or whatever. And like are they not tied to Control? Is it the same world or whatever?
They're all part of like
It is the same universe. It is.
So one full experience. If I want to play Alan Wake, I should be playing Control.
Yes.
Universe is one full experience. Especially that
Oh,
DLC for Alan Wake 2. Yes.
There's
Yes.
also DLC in Control with Alan Wake in it.
Okay, then it is one full experience then. Okay.
It is.
yeah.
It
I mean,
is.
Quantum Break is also part of that one full experience, though, too. Just throwing it out there.
Oh boy. I how long are these
I
games?
haven't played that yet. I do own it though, so I can't speak on that one.
Quantum
But I
Break's
heard
really
that it's
good.
good.
Yeah. That also comes back around again to Alan Wake DLC, too. So,
It does.
but
All right, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But my next favorite female protagonist in a game. Some PlayStation fans might like this. Some PlayStation fans might hate this. I don't care. All right. Oh yes, that's right. She is from PlayStation Nation, so some people will like it, but a lot of people hate her. I adore her.
John
Her name is
Cena.
From The Last of Part 2. No, it is Abby. Stop the slander. Stop it.
it's Lita from
Stop
the
this
WWE,
It's John
2K25.
Cena. Yeah.
Stop this madness. No. It is Abby from The Last of Us Part 2. I'm not going to spoil it, friends. But what I can share from my experience with The Last of Us Part 2 is... and I'm going to pin this before we hop in, okay? Ron, I know you watched the trailer for The Last of Us Season 2, HBO. Ryan, did you watch it? Did you watch
Oh,
the trailer?
you bet your bottom dollar I watched it.
Friends, I'm sorry. I know you're not a big fan of the show or the series.
It's okay.
Hang
I
in there.
had to watch it for my other podcast, so it's fine. I have also
Yay!
seen the trailer.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right, now we can talk about it, friends. I usually don't watch trailers and teasers because I'm like, I'm gonna watch it or I'm gonna play. I don't need to, but I couldn't help it. And I don't know about you. I don't know about you, friends, but like, I'm getting destroyed in the feels already. Like I'm already getting emotional just watching it. Like, and it's just a trailer, and I'm not even here yet. Like, there's just some scene, like just the flashing scenes of just like even like stuff with Tommy. Because again, like I know it's the show. I know it's gonna be. I don't know. I can't say too much without spoiling it. Just I saw scenes of Tommy, and I was getting into the feels. Like it brought me back to season 1, where there's this beautiful moment between Joel and Tommy when they reunite. And I was a mess. I was a mess, and just seeing that
Already, Matt?
I was like, I don't. Yes, like I'm gonna be destroyed for season 2, friends. Like, and I
Oh man.
cannot wait. I cannot wait. Am I the only one?
No,
Come on.
I'm looking
Everyone's-
forward to it,
everyone
man.
here's
I
hyped.
mean, come on. I mean, they did a bang up job with the first one, so no, I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, yeah.
No, nice.
I'm
nice.
excited, friends. I'm
Now-
excited. We're almost there.
Fulia,
Yes.
before we go on to you, we have some breaking news that I must report because we can't go on any further in the show without me reporting this breaking news. It has been announced that Super Mario Brothers 3 is now on Nintendo Nintendo Music app. Let's go,
There
everybody!
we go.
Oh.
We
This
finally made
segment
it.
is brought to you by Dougie Bowser of Nintendo. Let's go.
Super Mario
Wow.
Brothers 3
That's
now
right.
officially on
Here
Nintendo
I thought it was
Music.
going to be something like absolutely detrimental to the
Whoa.
PlayStation community.
Of
That
course
is-
not. Of course not. That is detrimental to
No.
the PlayStation community.
That's
Everyone
just one of
wins.
those things though where I'm just like, how did that not happen already? Why was Super Mario Brothers 3 of all games not even on there? How does that
PlayStation Nation,
happen?
I am sorry. I am sorry. I am
Nintendo.
here for you. I always will be. No matter what this drive becomes, I will always be here to front PlayStation.
Riley King got his hopes up and thought it was the Ghost of Yotei release date.
Sorry, Riley. Nope, it's about Super Mario Bros. 3 music.
I'm not
You were
sorry.
close. You were close. But
Look,
not
we got the
quite.
Death Stranding release date today. What else did you want? PlayStation Nation need today? Okay,
That's right.
we're
But a
going
collector's
back to
edition
the
without a
beach.
disc.
Going on the beach.
There you go, Matt.
No
Without a
disc.
disc. Just the
No
way you
disc.
love it.
Again.
There's
I
also a
do not
collector's
love
edition
this.
with
No.
no baby in it, Matt. There's no baby.
Fine. Like, the statue is very cool looking. I agree. And yeah, I saw glimpses and it looks hype. I'm very, very excited. But again, the lack of a disc.
That's
Seriously.
right. No disc,
Again.
no steelbook. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Slap you in the face, PlayStation. Get him.
What kind of collector's edition is this?
Wow.
What is this? It's just a slap. It's just abuse.
Yeah, they said you
just
don't
an
need
insult
that.
at this
They
point.
said
At
just
least-
toss us your $200 and get on somewhere.
Look, at least you get a steelbook. It's fine.
It's empty. What am I doing with it? It's just
You
no.
put it on your shelf. It's a shelf case.
Put a
That's what
different
they
disc
refer
in
to it as
there.
now. Yeah.
A what disc?
Put a different one. I don't know.
James 007 Bloodstone on the
Put
Xbox
Knack in there.
360.
Put Knack in there and just pretend it's
No.
so.
Fully
I
again
mean-
wondering what the hell is going on here. What is this podcast?
Fool your nose that I have to buy the standard edition of Death Stranding 2 so I can put that disc into the steelbook. That they want me to buy twice, and they win.
Yes,
Like they always do.
yes, Yes,
Thanks.
the CEO
Not
is
yes.
shaking his head like this
No.
is the plan.
Until Matt finally realizes that Kojima Productions is also not springing for a disc in the standard edition either.
Digital code only.
Yeah, the digital code's in the box.
Kojima might do it. You never know.
That's
Is
not
this
confirmed, by the way.
confirmed?
This is just
Oh.
me.
No, we're
This
just
is me-
joking.
no, but I mean, if it's
I was like,
on
yo,
the collector's
this is-
edition, like Xbox has been doing that a lot lately too, where they've been
And
sending
Nintendo's
out,
been doing it a lot as
yeah,
well.
where they will literally put the code in the box and not the game.
Just sell you
On
the
the standard
case
edition.
with,
Yeah.
with the code. That's it.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah. Merry
What?
Christmas. Happy birthday.
Whose birthday?
it's fine.
Not
You'll
mine.
still own the game. It'll be digital, just like you always wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Do I own it if it's digital?
Yes.
Do I?
It's okay. You can still
No.
press the steelbook. You don't need the disc in there. It's fine.
No. Mark Cerny can reach into my PlayStation 5 and take that game back anytime. That's why I don't like it.
He would
No,
never do that.
Not right.
I think Mark is too busy
Wouldn't
with
he?
the PlayStation 6. Now, somebody else from PlayStation might.
Could be. See?
Yeah.
Get it. Stay out of my PlayStation 5. Stay out of it. It's mine.
Oh, Jim Ryan. He
No,
still has the
unplug
keys to
it
the
from the
castle.
internet.
Jim Ryan might take it back. You never know.
Oh god.
Moving on, Fulia, back to you. Please help us.
Okay, so my second pick for my favorite female character in a video game is Freya from Coffee Talk.
Okay, tell us about Freya from Coffee Talk. I don't know about this character,
tell.
so please do tell.
So Freya is a big coffee addict, but she's also a writer. She's always in the coffee shop trying to write some writing done for, I think she's like a journalist or like she works for, something like that. And so she's always trying to come up with the next story, but for the whole game, she's like racking her brains on how to make it work. That's why she's always in to get coffee, because this coffee shop is her kind of like her office in a way, because it's like a quiet space. And and obviously this coffee shop opens up in the middle of the night, so it's like a night shift coffee shop that and she's like working through the night. But a lot of the times she's a very quirky character as well. She's quite funny. I really enjoy her dialogue in this game, and she's always kind of like, she doesn't mean to, but she ends up overhearing conversations by other customers
She's
that
quite
come
nosy.
in.
She is quite nosy.
She is. Kind of like decides to sort of butt into the conversation a little bit, but she does it with good intentions. So. And yeah, but she's quite funny, and I really like her so much, and she always puts a smile on my face whenever she comes into the coffee shop in the game. So
I didn't see that pick coming, but nice pick though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good answer. Good answer.
yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, mine, I'm going to move on here, and I'm going to bring it back to a series that started on PlayStation. It's gone multi-platform since then, but it started out on PlayStation, on the PlayStation 1. And that's Meryl from Metal Gear Solid. I think Meryl, she starts out as like this rookie. She decides to go and infiltrate the Alaskan base along with Snake, under the orders of her uncle. I think it is. I can't remember who Campbell is. I think it's her uncle. And she's just, it's her first mission. She's all excited to go to war, but then she learns the horrors of war, and she becomes like a better person throughout the whole experience. And you get to really see how much of a true badass she really is. And then we get to finally see her return in Metal Gear Solid 4, which is where I actually think I love her even more. Where even though her and Snake kind of have grown apart a bit, in the time between games, I love kind of seeing them reunite, and then also kind of see, what her life has been since the first game. Which of course, I'm glad that we have the canon version of her actually, surviving, because there is a version that you can play of the original, Metal Gear Solid where she doesn't survive. But I just love Meryl. I think she's a fantastic character. I think she's really well written and acted, and I got to give her a shout out here on one of my favorite female characters ever. So shout out to Meryl.
Good pick. Very good pick.
Kind of forgot about her. So nice.
Yeah, I'm also just a huge sucker for Metal Gear Solid 1 as well. Like, of all the Metal Gear games,
I enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 1 as well. Understandable.
Yeah, I know a lot of people might say like the boss from 3 or some of the other characters, but yeah, she's definitely always been my favorite, I think. But
nice.
Oh, I didn't even think of that, Ryan. Oh, boss from MGS3. Oh,
yep.
Make you get me in the feels, Ryan. That's also a good pick. I didn't even think of that one. Oh,
yeah.
Boss.
There's a lot of good picks, a lot of good female characters in the Metal Gear series. So
I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
good one. Good pick.
All right, let's do a quick lightning round for our third one, and also if we have any honorable mentions. So heading back to you, Ron, to round things out.
My last one, I got to represent for Falcom. Sarah Valstein. She starts off as your teacher in Trails of Cold Steel 1, but then she becomes a romance option, and you also get to know more and more about her as time goes by, all the way up until the Reverie series. Sarah is fantastic. She is one of the best female characters in Trails, and that's saying a lot because Trails has a lot of great female characters. But Sarah Valstein, she's just amazing.
Nice, man. Nice. All right, Matt.
My final pick is going to be from Night in the Woods, Mae Zabrowski. She's very different from my other picks because she's not exactly a badass. She's a young adult trying to figure out life and trying to figure things out as she goes back to her small hometown. But why she's one of my favorite is just her, number one, that she's raw and real. Like, she's eventually, she acknowledges all her faults and mistakes, especially when it comes to not being a very good friend to people, to be quite honest. But what I just adore about her, like, even though, she doesn't have these good qualities as a friend, still want to hang out with her just because of her sense of humor. Like, her self-deprecating comments about herself, like, are just so funny. And she can always lighten the mood up, even, when things are tense and stuff like that. Just absolutely adore her. Mae Zabrowski, for sure. Night in the Woods.
Nice. And Fulia?
So my last pick is from a game that I'm currently playing, and that is Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Let's go.
I'm really enjoying her story arc in the game. She's such a strong person, and she's doing everything to help figure out things in her own life, but also still helping community members. And it's just, for whatever reason, she's able to adapt to all sorts of different situations. And that's kind of what I love about her from what I've seen so far. And she's really cool. I really like Aloy so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Glad you're enjoying
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's awesome. And then Ashley Birch does such a great job playing her too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And my final one is one that I don't know if anyone else has played these games. I don't think anyone has on this panel. Kyoko from Danganronpa is my final character, of course. She's from the very first Danganronpa, although she appears in other games. And she's like one of the main characters in the series where, she's kind of a mysterious girl, but she really helps your main character, Makoto, really solve the mystery as to like what's going on, who is Monokuma, why are the students all killing each other in Hope's Peak Academy, and I don't want to go into spoilers at all as far as like, you know, because some of the things I really like about her are some of the things you just discover as you go through the game. But yes, I love Kyoko. She's an incredible character, and she's my final pick for female characters. Now, let's hear from some of the community members, because we got some people from our carpool community weighing in on this topic. We're going to start with the Kevin Ainsworth, who says, my favorite women in video games are Senua from Hellblade, and from Amicia from A Plague Tale. I'm probably butchered that name,
Amicia.
but I know A Plague Tale.
You were close.
See? Yeah. I was closer than Arginian, at least. And that's...
Armenian.
Yes,
Armenian.
anything's closer than that. Oh, God.
Yeah. So there you go. So those are Kevin
Good
Ainsworth's
pick,
picks.
Kev. Amicia's great.
Yeah. I haven't played the Plague Tale games, but I have played Hellblade, of course. And I love Senua from Hellblade. So that's a good pick as well. We've got Final Fantasy VIII is Life, Final Fantasy VIII is Love, who says, so I've been thinking long and hard about this, and my opinion is the ultimate PlayStation queen is Aloy. Runner-up would be the queen of the golf course, Abby.
Yes,
There you go.
Yes, thank you.
Two of our things.
That's
Two
right.
of our choices.
Two mentions of John Cena. Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
That's my John Cena impression. And then the last, comment about this particular subject comes to us from Ryu, who says, my top 3 women in gaming would have to be Beatrice from Umineko, Maria from Angie from Umineko, and Estelle Bright from the Trails series.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 was the hardest to pin down for me because I couldn't put either Cosmos, Lilith, or Ren from Trails at number 3, but Estelle is Bestel, so I need to give her the props she deserves. Is she Bestel, Ron? Because the Trails games.
I would put Ren ahead of Estelle, but Estelle is another one that is worthy. It's a lot to choose from. It's really hard to pick a best female in Trails. There's tons of great characters from there. Yeah.
And now we make our way to questions, but we're still going to have some people voicing their opinions on this one. We're going to start with Quaggy, who says, it is I, the Quaggy, king of the Xenobabes. Anna Kay, of course, is my choice. We need to get her brought back for the tennis legend that she is.
That's right. Anna Kay is Bae. Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Respectfully. Of course.
You
know
why.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't be a hater.
She's a great tennis player.
Koala.
That's right.
That's just like saying that Lita from WWE 2K24 is your favorite video game character.
Well, the difference is that Anna Kay is super fine, though. Lita is, yeah.
Moving on, Ron. My question for the show, what is your favorite game you've been playing this week? And do you feel guilty for cheating on your PlayStation 5? I mean, I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 on PlayStation 5, so I have nothing to feel guilty about. Because that's the game I played most this week. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's the majority of my week. So, yeah. What is everyone's favorite game they played this week, if we're going to answer this question? I mean, mine's just going to be Final Fantasy 14, because I haven't played through 3D World yet.
Quag knows what he was doing. He was trolling because he wanted all you guys to talk about your Nintendo games.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
That's right,
Hold
Fulia.
on. Hold on a second. My favorite game is not on the Nintendo Switch that I've been playing this week.
Yeah, Koala, you tell.
Interesting.
Do tell.
It was on the Xbox.
Well, it's fine. I mean, look, PlayStation is an Xbox. So are you talking about the real one? Or are you talking about the PlayStation? Which one?
No, I'm talking about the real one.
Oh, okay. All right. We got to clarify that these days. Everything's an Xbox, so.
Of course. Well, speaking of clarifications, we also heard some from people in the chat, including Riley King, who says, John Cena is my favorite video game character. And then Brittany says, Kyoko, Yennefer, and Panem Palmer are
That's
their
right,
favorite
Britt.
characters.
Yennefer.
Jennifer. Good pick.
And Kyoko,
Good
come on,
pick.
she's great. She's cool.
I don't know who that is.
If y'all played
Yeah, same.
Danganronpa, you would understand how cool she is. Okay?
No, that's okay. No, thank you.
Danganronpa's good.
Brittany's
guys.
always trying to convince me to play Danganronpa. No, thank you.
At least watch the anime version of it, for God's sake.
Maybe. Is it good?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
It's not as good as the games, but it's good. It's not terrible.
Talk to Antics about it. He loves the Danganronpa series.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
nice.
what? We've had a million conversations and Anna's never brought that up, so I don't know.
I mean,
Until
Monokuma is an incredible villain anyways. It's worth it just for Monokuma.
That crazy bear.
Exactly. I mean, I have a stuffed Monokuma on my shelf back there. Anyways, the captain says, this is a difficult one. Tifa, Lara Croft, and the strippers in GTA all have to have honorable mentions, but I have to go with Jill Valentine, specifically from Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Okay.
My question for y'all is, though, when using a character creator, do you play as a man or a woman? So, for me, I always play as a woman, and I explained this in a Patreon podcast for Patrons podcast why I do it. It's a long and lengthy explanation that I'm not going to go into here. But for me, I feel more comfortable in my own skin when I play as a female character. Plus, you play as dudes in almost every video game. Like, I'd rather play it whenever I play it, have the option to play as a lady. I'm going to do so. But that's just me. What do y'all think?
I'm gonna say Cap number 1. Good pick with Jill Valentine. Excellent pick. For character, I mean, if the stats are better for whether it's a man or a woman, then whoever has better stats. But if we're saying like the stats are the exact same, it's literally just physical
This question would
appearance.
assume it's all the level playing field.
Yeah. If it's usually that, then usually I make a dude that looks just like me. I'll spend 45 minutes, 90 minutes. I don't care. I'm gonna really spend all my time making it. Like I said, before I abandoned Rise of the Ronin, I had a fantastic time making him look exactly like me. I spend as much time as I can. So everything I can. If I can get glasses, just getting glasses. Everything. If it looks like me, it's more funny.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I love about Fallout 4. Like he looked exactly like me. I liked it quite a bit. So
Nice.
usually it's a
Nothing
dude.
wrong with that.
Oh, so you're going the Mitch route where you make a character that looks exactly like you. Because Mitch made, for those that don't
Exactly.
know,
Yeah.
No,
across
please.
podcast
Mitch's-
lore,
Mitch's character is-
Mitch made a character in Avowed that looks exactly like him.
No.
That
He does
character's
not look,
wrong.
he looks nothing
He
like
did
him.
it? Oh no.
You want to talk about a
Nothing.
character that looks rough, boy? Whoa.
It's fine. It's fine.
I prefer to choose a female, and like Matt, I try to make it look like me.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Yep.
Ron?
Same. I always go for male characters, and I always try to make them look like me. There's not enough black men in protagonists in video games, so.
That's a good one, too.
Gotta represent.
In fact,
Sure.
a lot of character creator stuff, believe it or not, Ron, I usually play as a black character.
Okay.
Like, because we don't, like you said, we just don't get enough black protagonists.
We don't get enough.
Like my Dragon Age character was a black protagonist with green hair, of course. Yeah. But also, like, kind of like what you guys talked about as well. Like, I also like, even though I'm not female, I'd like to make a character that looks like the projection of what I would want to look like if I was female. So that's kind of like what I go for with kind of the female, like their character creator. But again, I talk about that more in a Pants podcast. If you're interested in hearing more, just go back and listen to that. But moving on, we got King Riley Smiley who says, how do you feel about co-op games? If you dislike them, why do you dislike them? I say this as someone who has been playing Split Fiction with Bowser, and I'm having a blast, and this game is great, and Bowser is pretty cool, too. We'll get to Riley's question, the second question in a second, but let's answer this one first. So how do we feel about co-op games? I personally don't hate co-op games, but I also kind of like to play by myself if the option's available to me. So that's part of the reason why, like, I'm not excited about Split Fiction, or why I haven't played It Takes Two, because, like, I just don't really love forced co-op. That's just not something I'm really into. But what do y'all think?
I love them. I enjoy co-op games. Look, A Way Out, Split Fiction I'm looking forward to. I mean, co-op games are great to me. Like I said, you playing with friends is just kind of just a good time.
Interesting.
I love them. I love co-op games. That's why I love Resident Evil 5 because of that co-op option. Resident Evil 6 is not a very good game, but we had a lot of good fond memories playing a game like
Power
that.
of friendship that can make even bad games good. Yeah.
I was going to say, that's infinitely
true.
makes
It's
both of
really
those
true.
games so much better if you play them co-op.
Significantly better, 100%. And just, like, if I'm going to play multiplayer, like, I prefer co-op. Like, I really don't like PvP. Even if I'm playing with the crew, I feel like I'm letting people down when I mess up. Whereas, like, co-op, we're kind of doing our same thing. We're not against, other players.
PvE is much funner.
That's my jam. Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely, yes, hold on.
I was
Before
going
it
to
gets
ask Matt. So does that mean that it's a go for Forza when it comes to PlayStation?
No, absolutely not. You already
Oh,
know
come
that
on!
tutorial is against me. You know this. You know this.
You can make it out of the
is against
tutorial,
me.
Matt. I believe in you.
That's right.
No. No.
Don't be a coward.
No.
Don't be a coward, man.
It feels. I am. It feels like PvP. Me versus tutorial. Right?
Even-
drive over here.
Even
Stop
I'm
over
going to
here.
play that game when it comes
Seriously?
out. In July when I can buy it finally.
Oh, no, thank you. You guys, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you.
I mean, this is Riley King just coming in clutch right here.
Absolutely not, Rally King. No way. You know for a fact that there's no disc in that premium edition that's coming. to PlayStation
100%
5.
there's
you know for a
not.
fact.
It's a Microsoft game.
100%. Exactly.
Except for the
There's
fact
no
that,
chance.
Matt, they already announced there's no physical edition for it at all. So,
See?
There you go, Matt.
Why even bother? Why even bother?
Don't you worry. Me and Koala got this.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
anyways, Fulia, continue.
So I really do love playing, co-op games. I don't play nearly enough of them though, just because of, not being able to. I don't really have anyone to play with co-op, like couch co-op. So I'm usually playing a lot of games by myself. But then when it comes to like playing with community members online and stuff like that, it's a little hard to line up times.
Yeah.
Especially considering that I'm working during the week when a lot of people want to play their games.
Especially with a game like Split Fiction, because if you didn't know,
Yeah.
Fulia, with Split Fiction, most of the Joseph Ferris kind of co-op games, like It Takes Two, for example, they're shorter. They're like 7 hours long, so you can kind of do it in a couple sessions. Split Fiction is like apparently 14 to 16 hours long, so it's very, very long, and you have to find someone else to play it with that whole time too. There's no matchmaking
Yeah.
or anything, so I think it
Yeah.
makes it tougher.
Yeah, that's the thing. So for me, it's just, timing is always an issue in trying to schedule in a time to actually play. But I do love playing co-op games. Like I played a game called Kiwi with Antics, and that was hilarious. It was such a fun time, and we just laughed our way through. But we also did have our like moments of, okay, let's get serious. We really need to get through this level. It's a lot of fun. Co-op games are good.
Yeah, they can be fun. Real quick, I'm going to bring in Star, who says in the chat, I love co-op, but my friends have to be cool with my limitations. If they're super sweaty or impatient, I'm out. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah, that's one of the things I don't really love either. It's like, a lot of times you'll find a group of people and maybe your play styles don't line up the right way. So you have to find like the right person to do co-op with, I think. Because like Fulia, that there's that one person that asks you to play a co-op game with them, and then they skip all the cutscenes, and you're just like,
It's like, I want to watch them.
yeah.
What kind of monster would
Look
do
at
that?
none
What
of
kind of
my
monster
crews like
does
that. Well, Monster Hunter's fine. You can skip those. Don't watch those.
You'd be surprised, Matt. There's plenty of people like that are out there. And also, Pat just says you got to move to
Wow.
Canada because then that solves the problem of having no one for couch co-op.
Problem solved.
I will be
So
happy
easy.
to come. I'll be happy.
I don't know, Pat. The game price is a little high, dog. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Ron's right. Yeah.
I mean,
over
but
100
Ron,
bucks
when
now.
no, because it looks artificially high, but it's actually the same price of the US games just converted. So it's really the tax. The tax is what makes it actually more.
And y'all got too much snow. And y'all too cold. No, thank you.
No, that's true. Fully
All right, then come to Australia.
Too cold?
Australia is the
It's
better
barbecue
option.
season now.
That's
No
not
thanks,
true. They have
Koala. I'm
terrible
not trying to get
internet there.
attacked by a spider every time I walk
Oh,
outside the house. No thanks.
Far
See?
out, Ron.
Or a
Canada.
killer,
Stop
or a
it.
killer manta ray that walks on the ground. No thanks.
You just made her take the headphones off for a second time in this show.
Come back, Fulia. Come back. It's summertime in Canada. Riley King said summertime. Barbecue
Yeah,
season.
flying spiders
go.
all around, Matt. No thank you. Nobody wants to deal with that.
Oh my gosh.
Moving on. Riley Smiley's other question is, have any of y'all played Death Stranding? What are your thoughts on Death Stranding? Are you excited for DS2? I haven't played Death Stranding, but I'm hoping to find some time before the sequel comes out in June. For me, Riley, Death Stranding has not been played. I've owned it since the day it came out, and I have never played it. So I do want to at some point. Whenever I can't buy. The thing is, Riley, is that I can't even buy Death Stranding 2 the day it comes out, anyways, because it comes out before July 1st. So I can't even buy it day one, anyways. So I'm not in a rush to play through Death Stranding 1 to play it. But do I want to play it? It looks pretty cool from the trailer, so I kind of want to play it at some point. But We'll see. I'm not going out of my way to play it through Death Stranding to then play Death Stranding 2. But what do y'all think about this? Do we have Death Stranding fans here? Ron,
No,
I know
you.
in particular.
I don't play games to be bored.
Right here.
So no thanks.
Ron, stop it. Stop it. We like the same games. I love Death Stranding. You love Death Stranding. We love the same
I don't
games,
love Death Stranding.
right?
No, I surely don't.
Oh
No,
my
thank you.
goodness. Riley, you're missing out.
Ron
You're missing out.
draws the line at Death Stranding.
Yeah. Usually
No,
with Kojima
no.
involved. No thanks. That's an instant.
No, let's move that line, Ron. Move it, because that game is phenomenal, Riley. It's so good. Play Death Stranding. Obviously, you can see that it's going to be one full experience. So you don't want to miss out. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially if you've played and enjoyed games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, where like you just love that open world sense of exploration, that beautiful balance of rewarded risk. Death Stranding nails that aspect of it. It's great. The music swells up perfectly. Listen, the story, it's a Kojima game, right? All right, that's all I'm gonna say. It's a Kojima game, but let me tell you, story or not, the gameplay loop is very addictive. It's very, very
Walking
fun.
around
So
and
yes,
falling
I'm
over
hyped
with
for
packages?
DS2. Yes, it's so stressful. My gosh, right?
thank you.
Want to carry less packages? You want to carry? You want to use better shoes? Right? It's very stressful. It's a lot of planning, Ron. And when you actually successfully bring the packages there,
I'm not playing a FedEx simulator. I don't think so, Matt. No
yes,
thanks.
no,
But it's sponsored
no.
by Monster Energy Drink.
Yes, come on. There's babies in there. There's dark
Jeff
goo
Keighley's
there.
in
Come on,
that game?
there's lots of
Weird
fun.
two babies. Yes. Oh,
That's right.
yes,
Conan
protect me-
O'Brien's in there.
Protect me from the goo
Come on.
monsters.
Come on.
Oh,
That's right. That's right. Lots of goo monsters. You heard it here, folks. Riley, play that game. It's good.
You know what, Matt?
Excellent game.
You've inspired me. After this podcast's over, I'm going to go install Death Stranding on my PlayStation 5.
Yes. It's
he
fun.
said he said install.
It's very...
He didn't say play it.
Who installs a game that doesn't play them?
That
Who
is
does
100% how that works for me. I
Who
don't
does that?
install games on my hard drive that I'm not going to play.
Exactly. You don't install a game without playing it. Come on.
It's
Nobody.
on the wrong system.
Nobody
It's not,
does
it's
it
not
right.
Nintendo or Xbox. It's
Death
not gonna play it.
Stranding has officially entered the front log. That's where it is now.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yes. Excellent. Let's go.
Yeah. I've been meaning to play it for a while. I just keep putting it off. So this is the year. This is the year where I played Death Stranding.
Yeah, prepare for
2025.
sleep. Prepare for a deep sleep. That's what
You
the
know
DS
what?
really stands for.
Oh.
If I'm not into it, I'm not into it, and that's okay. But, anyways, moving on. We got Black Wyver who says, "Hello all. Hope you are doing well. These two questions are specifically for Ryan and Fulia. So Fulia, get your question hat on. We're ready to answer this one. So, if you're invited to play Split Fiction, which of course you don't have to buy the game in order to play, how would that work out for you with your rules on how many games you're allowed to buy? If you've been lent a copy of a physical game, does that also impact your rules on not buying the games this year? So, first of all, Fulia, you don't have a hard stance on buying no games this year. You're allowed to buy games, but you've limited the number of games you can buy this year.
I have.
So, in theory, you could just go buy Split Fiction with no problem within your rule set, but it would be the one game you'd buy that month.
Pretty much, yeah. So I've limited myself to buying 2 games a month.
Okay.
But for me, if someone invites me to play with them, I'd be happy to play with them. But I'm not 100% in on the game for me to go out of my way to buy it. So that's why I've kind of left it to maybe later down the track.
Sure.
But like I said, timing is always going to be an issue for me when it comes to trying to schedule in a day to play the game. So that's the other reason why I didn't go out of my way to buy it, because it's specifically a co-op game. So.
Yeah, you have to play it co-op, and you have to match with someone. You can't. There's no matchmaking or
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Journey where that's a forced co-op game too, but you don't have to. It's just integrated into the gameplay. You don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. For me, Black Wyver, no, this wouldn't violate the rules of my thing. Now, here's the thing. If someone gifted me the copy of the game, like if they threw it in their cart and then they bought it for me, that would violate my rules, and I would be allowed to accept the gift, but I would not be allowed to play the game this year, and basically until the timer is up, essentially, as if I didn't buy it myself. Likewise, if someone lent me a video game, the way I look at it, with this, the rules stuff, Black Wyver, is that I look at it similarly as if someone gave me a code for the game. If someone gave me a code for the game, like from a publisher, then I'm allowed to play it. And so if someone lent me a game, just like if I went and borrowed a game from the library, that would still count as being okay within my rule set because I didn't buy a game. But the second money changes hands, like if I actually pay money to a Blockbuster Video to rent a game, that counts against the spirit of what I'm doing here. So I hope that makes sense. At the same time, I am not jumping at all to playing Split Fiction. I may have to play it for Game of the Year time, but that's like 8 months from now. I don't need to worry about that now. So, final question of the week comes to us from Kiku, who says, when you're playing a game with multiple characters in your party, and you can choose who to put in your party and who not to, do you choose all girls, all guys, or a mix? I take all the cute girls if possible, says Kiku. I personally have a hierarchy system. First of all, I always take the characters in my party that I enjoy the gameplay styles of and that mesh well with the party. Because first and foremost, I want to enjoy the game that I'm playing. So I want the party to be able to, I want to maximize the party in order to make sure that I'm able to do that. So I will always take kind of the people with either the best stats or the people that are more like the play style that I want to use in my party. That's kind of how I formulate them. If, however, all the stats are same across the board and none of that stuff matters, then what I'll do is I'll usually take the characters who I'm enjoying most in the story, or the characters that like thematically I think make sense to carry in my party. So that might be a mix of guys and girls or all guys. It just depends on who I'm really liking in the story. Otherwise, from there, if all else fails and there's no story and none of the stats matter, then I just go by appearances then at that point. Because, at that point, what else do I base it off of? So there you go. That is my hierarchy system. But what about y'all, Ron? How do you decide the characters in your RPG party or party in a video game?
I'd usually just go with whoever the party is that's going to be pretty much balanced. Usually I always play either a tank or the main damage dealer. So I usually have a healer. I'm a regular metric user. And then, like I said, if I'm a tank, I'll get a damage dealer or vice versa. It's really about stats for me. I mean, I can sit here and do the romance options or talk to whoever my favorite people are in camp or throughout the character storylines. I don't need to have them out there on battlefield. The whole point of me having them on the field is for me to win the battles. So
yeah, the only game that's like that where you do need to do that is Fire Emblem, where you have to have like the characters right next to each other and they're attacking together, and then they get like the romance points that builds the romance. Mm-hmm. But you're right, like almost every other game you don't need to have them together in the party. You just have to talk to them outside of combat or make choices in the dialogue or whatever. So yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Matt?
Very similar to you, Ryan. Like it really just depends on like which characters I actually enjoy using in the party system. So I would try to prioritize stats, but at the same time, it's like, but I actually need to know what I'm doing and actually feeling confident and proficient and fluid with it. So just, there's lots of characters to choose in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and in Remake, but my go-to team, it's Tifa, Aerith, and Cloud. If I was able to kick out Cloud, I could have 2 Tifas, I would do that. Because Tifa's my main. I love staggering. I love using the Fist of Fury. Nobody likes that emo pretty boy, but he is the main character, so he's part of the party, unfortunately. But otherwise, yeah, I'd have 2 Tifas and Aerith.
Honestly, I would do the same thing, but I would replace Cloud with Barrett, because Barrett was my main in that game. I liked the range. Playing Barrett with the gun, long range, was my favorite. Like
he's a tank.
Yeah,
he takes the hits.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I like the idea of playing as him. So that was over Cloud. So that every time the battle would start, I would just immediately switch to Barrett and just play the battle as him.
Same. I always started with Tifa. Nobody wants to use Cloud. Get Square Enix if you're listening. Final Fantasy VII Part 3, whatever you want to call it. Let us kick Cloud out and put anybody in the party. Anybody.
Wow.
Please.
Square's not going to let you do that.
In the base game, they let you do it once for the final battle. You're allowed to replace Cloud in the party.
What about from the beginning?
Wow.
Nobody wants to use Cloud. He's annoying. He's a whiner.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this. He's a big whiny kid. Come on.
And
put somebody that can get stuff done like Tifa. 2 of them. 2
Tifa
Tifas.
does get it done. You're right. She doesn't play around.
Right.
And Fulia, how about you? What's your RPG party or party consist of?
I haven't really played many RPGs to be able to like say that this is what I do with my parties, I usually go for, I think I'm more, like, I don't think gender matters for me. I think it's just the stats are usually what I really go for as well, or what their skill set is usually. If my main character is male, then like I might see if there is a female healer, then I'll take her. But usually, like the genders don't really matter to me. It's usually just their skill set or their their stats essentially.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of on the same page here.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead, Ron.
Yes, Ron.
Koala, I just wanted to let you know how proud I am of you. That answer, I was not expecting that. I thought as long as you had Clive and Sid around in your party, it didn't matter.
But here's
You
the thing,
surprised.
like when I was playing Final Fantasy 16, I don't think I really had much of a choice. I had to just take whoever came with me in the party.
It's not a real RPG
Yeah.
anyway. That's an action game.
So
It really was until the end of the game where you could finally select who to go with Clive. But
Yeah,
for the most part,
exactly.
you kind of just have to pick whoever.
I just had to go with whatever the story gave me. So
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So Kiku actually chimed in the chat, who of course wrote in this question, who said, I have no balance. Even if there's struggle, the cute girls are coming with me. And then Kiku also follows up by saying, Suikoden is forcing me to take men, and I don't want them.
Yep, Angel has always been like this.
Yeah. Respect. Respect. Gotta
It
respect it.
changes. It's fine.
Real.
Yeah. I mean, she knows what she likes. That's the
Yeah, Angel's my girl.
Yeah. Well, anyways, friends, I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Nintendo Drive. But before we go,
Nintendo Drive.
I didn't even realize I said that.
You're welcome.
Ryan,
You're welcome.
why?
That is amazing.
I won
Ron's
the
fault.
rest of the year.
Blaming Ron.
Blame me. This is great. I
This
will
is
always
what
remember
daylight
this.
savings time does to people. Okay?
I'm gonna save
I
this.
can't help
I'm
it.
gonna save this. This will
Oh
leave
my
an infamy.
gosh. No, Ryan.
Oh man.
Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode of the PlayStation Drive. But before we go, let's say thank you to all of our patrons over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, starting with our ultimate producers, Jonathan Brown, the man behind the music on our podcast, as well as the Xbox Drive. You can find all of his music over his Linktree, linktr.ee/pme.jib. And of course, his new album, Me, Myself, and I, is out right now. Go listen to it. Of course, there's a deluxe edition. So make sure to go check out that version as well. Cwagmire, who humbly reminds you that the best babes are in fact Xenobabes, and TechMike, who says, whether you're Kevesi or Agnian, you're a Xenobabe at heart.
That's
Links
right.
to all of our ultimate producers can always be found in the description of our podcast, so make sure to support them as they support us, and they're pretty awesome. Our platinum producers, Smokin Joe, the Captain, and Tim Paullin, and our gold members, Adam K, Anna, Awesome Dave 1337, Brad Moore, Brian Reese, Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily Kelly, John 32, Ligerwoods 330, Mr. Giggles, OldMrFrump, Patrice Mallette, Peje, Riley King, and Stephen Keller. Huge thank you once again to all of our patrons over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. If you want to hop in the heart with us, head over there, choose the tier that's right for you. And now, Ron, plugs go.
Savoy Prime on all the things. PlayStation, Steam, Xbox, Backlogged, True Trophies, PSN Profiles, and Blue
All
Sky.
the things.
All the things. And Nintendo.
Yes, of course, the co-host
Yes,
of Nintendo Drive over here, Ron.
obviously.
Yeah. Matt, where can people find you?
You can find me with the Backtrackers next Sunday, 11 a.m. as we talk about Killer Frequency. Join us in the Carpool Gaming Discord. But you can also find me on Blue Skies Nagachaka, and you'll see me on my Nintendo Switch, Baked Potato, playing Luigi's Mansion.
Don't forget your friend code, Matt. It's obviously something super easy, right?
Obviously, just you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a
See you
chocolate.
online.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Fulia, where can people find you?
You can find me at Foolish Fuji on Blue Sky, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and you can also find me at Backlogged as well with all the games I've been playing and reviews. And you can also find me in the Discord and the Mini Indie Van. Make sure to
That's
check
right.
it out on the Patreon and give us some feedback. Would really appreciate it. But other than that, you can head over to foolishfuji.com for everything else, or foolishfuji.card.co.
Card.co. Yard har har. Matey. As for me, you can always find me in the Discord at Ryan Turford, and you can also find me over on Backlogged at Ryan Turford, where I gave Pokemon Brilliant Diamond a 3 out of 5, as well as some other games. I wrote reviews on that, Mega Man 7, Skyward Sword, Avowed, all that stuff. All the PlayStation games over there. Head on over there, and we'll go over there. So, for Fulia, Matt, and Ron, I'm Ryan. This has been episode 189 of the PlayStation Drive. In fact, we are only 11 episodes away from episode 200, y'all. It's coming. It's around the corner. Please be excited. And we're out. Good night, everybody.
Adios, friends.
See yous.
Bye.
Thanks for checking out this week's episode of the PlayStation Drive. Now, before you drive off, please make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget to check out our awesome merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming, where you'll unlock all kinds of exclusive content. Links to everything are in the description.